Parents of two charter schools closing at the end of the year are learning more tonight about what's next for their children. Today, parents from Fall Creek Academy and University Heights Preparatory Academy met with school officials about that transition at the end of the year. They learned teachers and administrators will begin working on a profile of each and every student. Then they will make recommendations to parents of other schools that will then best meet their child's needs. Ball State University decided not to renew their charter with the schools, citing failing school performance grants from the state over the last 3 years.
This is a big hurdle for the kids. I mean, charter to me is different from IPS. IPS, you have your teachers, but in charter school, you have family. Everybody bonds together.
And the parent meetings will continue next week for both schools.
And the success or failure of charter schools in Indianapolis is much bigger than just these two schools. Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk took a look at their report cards and made some surprising discoveries. Rich?
John, there are dozens of charter schools operating in Indianapolis. These are public schools getting public tax dollars. They operate with fewer rules and regulations, but with greater accountability. We found many, though, are falling short of those higher expectations.
Indianapolis charter schools are having a tough year. 4 failing charters won't reopen in the fall. Another was shut down for falsifying I-STEP exams.
When a charter school is closed, that's actually the system working.
Stand for Children advocates better educations for students attending traditional public schools and charters.
They're given more flexibility, they're held to a higher account, and that they will close if they're not succeeding in educating our children.
Based on the state's school grading system, too many Indianapolis charters are failing or not meeting those higher expectations. Just slightly more than 1/3 of the 35 schools evaluated received A's, B's, or C's. 44%, close to half, were given D's and F's. 20% were too small or too new to grade. The group of charter schools authorized and overseen by the mayor's office received notably better grades. There are more A's, B's, and C's, yet 1 in 3 are failing or near failing.
Are these numbers concerning?
They're certainly concerning.
The deputy mayor of education says overall, mayor-sponsored schools have higher I-STEP scores and graduation rates.
They are performing slightly above Indianapolis public schools. They're performing at about the average of all schools across Marion County.
The deputy mayor says failing schools have 4 years to improve.
And if they're unable to do so, it is likely that they will close.
The state legislature is debating whether charter schools should receive additional tax dollars. The success and failures of charter schools in the capital city will likely affect that decision.
That debate will be about the process in which the Indianapolis mayor, Ball State University, and other sponsors go about selecting the organizations that run these charter schools. When the mayor closed Fall Creek Academy 3 years ago, that went looking for a new sponsor. Ball State University stepped in. The state now prohibits that so-called sponsor shopping.